2014! Amazing panel for you, but I need to kick stuff off with a little world premiere of the latest Masters of the Universe video. I think we should just jump right in. Mattypalooza 2014. That's for you, right? Okay. My name is Neitlich. I'm the brand manager at Mattel for Matty and MOTU Classics and DCU with Ghostbusters Online. We have a great panel, some great panelists. We're going to have a full PowerPoint of reveals for you. We're jumping in right now, followed by an update from the franchise group. And we want to leave as much time for Q&A at the end as humanly possible. Oh, and everyone can please turn off the cell phones. Just the sound during the panel. And of course, everyone's welcome to film this panel as long as you're within Comic-Con's press guidelines. So I have the panelists introduce themselves, and maybe again at the end for the Q&A, so you know who's sitting up here with me. Starting right to my left.
Hi, I'm Joe Ferris. I'm the franchise manager of Masters of the Universe.
I'm Rob. I'm Rob David. I'm the head writer on He-Man and Masters of the Universe for Playground Productions.
Eve Orio, digital content strategy and content producer.
She made that awesome video.
Brandon Sopinsky, design for Masters of the Universe.
Eric Treadway, designer and sculptor for Four Horsemen.
If we never meet this way again, I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. Come forward to the Four Horsemen.
For you guys at the end for a Q&A. So let's rock it with the PowerPoint, thank you. And talk about some new upcoming toys from Mattel on MattyCollector.com. Alright, so first off, an update for you DC fans on the Signature Series. So, as I think a lot of us know, the series is heading into the sunset, but we are going to release its final 4 figures for 2014. The figures are non-sub, but they're all access for $25 each. This is not a relaunch or a new program, but it caps on our 8 great years of DC 6-inch figures from the Four Horsemen and Mattel. Alright, so next up, we got Superboy coming out. Actually, Superboy's out. No, it's okay. Followed by Damien in December. We saw him 3 years ago at Toy Fair, so we're going to finally get him. Alright, and next, of course, at Comic-Con, who got their awesome prison suit Doomsday? He's awesome. So finally got Doomsday out, so he's available here and on Matty Collector after the show. And of course, our new line, Total Heroes, that new 6-inch scale with the major heroes and villains available at retail, like Batman, Superman. And then we've got some Ultra figures quarterly on Matty for $20. These figures all have swappable heads, extra accessories and hands, collector-aimed characters, including an awesome fan pick that you guys picked last year at the convention. There'll be 4 figures throughout 14 that complement that retail line you're collecting. So there's Black Manta and package. They each have their own art and custom color scheme. Next up is our fans' choice figure, Batman Beyond, coming in Q3. He's got that awesome removable wings and 3 different heads. Mask on, mask off, and then old Bruce head from the pilot episode when Bruce wore the suit. He even has a little mask from the mask was carried a hole, as well as a whole arsenal of batarangs and all sorts of additional pans, poses. And finally, wrapping it up is Firestorm. So Firestorm will be in Q4. He comes with an amazing amount of stuff. Yes, Firestorm! Not only does he have that giant nuclear construct, but he also has the head of Professor Stein. I think that's the first time ever in a toy that's been done that clips onto his back. The head is even on a ball joint, so he can move back and forth, up and down, as well as alternate heads for Ronnie, Jason, and Deathstorm. Is it Deathstorm now? That changed the name. And some energy bolts that clip onto his wrists. Alright. Superpowers collection. The 30th anniversary of Superpowers that Lionel bought when we were kids. So to celebrate the 30th, we got 6 Superpowers inspired figures that celebrate the end of Four Horsemen 6-inch. Each figure is on a vintage Superpowers card. They'll be sold individually, but offered 3 each month to save on shipping. And each figure will include a Collect and Connect piece of Calabac, also in the Superpowers deco. The Collect and Connect piece, very importantly, is not in the blister card, it's in the mailer box. So that way if you want to display it on a card, you don't have this like random floating appendage of Calabac in there. So it's perfect for display, or have on your shelf, or loose. Perfect for you guys. We're the collectors we wanted. Here's Superman. He's part of the first 3 in September. Followed up by Wonder Woman, all of them classic 80s superpower stuff. Wonder Woman! Followed up by Batman, before he got our grim movie. This is like between Adam West and Michael Keaton. Mr. Mixel-Pillick, another new tool figure. He's articulated at the arms and head, chest, midsection. Superman Gold, that was going to be a figure released in Superpowers, but it never happened. And finally, my personal favorite, Green Lantern as the Riddler, as released in 1985, only in South America. And it was an homage to that. His card is all in Spanish. It says Superman. So you can see that's Green Lantern repainted as the Riddler, just like they released in 1985-86 in South America. Even with the color mismatches. And the ring will put on his finger. So here he goes. And then here's Calabac in the Superpowers deco. So there's a list out of who comes with what part, Riddler with the head and weapon, etc., etc. So if you buy all 6, you will also wind up with a 7 Calabac with his iron knuckle base thingy Kirby weapon. Okay. That's exactly what I'm saying. All right. Batman. All right. So the utility belt is here at the show. Pouches, tubes, includes a batarang, all for $125. One size fits most. Maybe not comic book guy. It is available right here at San Diego Comic-Con or on MattyPalooza.com for all you kids at home. So $125, you can pick it up and save on shipping if you're at the show, or add it to your cart anytime on Matty Collector. Next up is revealed on preview night. We have our cowl. Real cloth over a plastic shell, buttoning at the neck, $100. This one will be available in September. So just in time to cosplay for Halloween, or if you're going to New York Comic-Con or Kamikaze, you can be at once too with your belt and mask combo and holy cosplay. All right, Ghostbusters. All right, some quick updates on that. Available now. Still is the Ecto Goggles. Who's got an Ecto Goggle in here? That guy, wow, no wonder we still got something. All right. So if you have a PKE meter, we'll also unlock some additional animation. When you look through those glasses, you'll see ghosts like Slimer and the library ghosts. One size against will fit most humans, and it includes some cool stickers so you can customize it for Ghostbusters 1 or 2. Because for those of us who have freeze frame and Blu-ray know that it was kind of inconsistent shot to shot. So you can make yours look like any shot you want. That's what we do. And of course, our Proton one. Who has the Proton one? I wanted that one so myself. It's really cool. I mean, you turn that thing on and it's got that. You know, I mean, it feels amazing when you power this thing on and off. I think this is one of the best ones we've ever done. Stream adjuster. It has a crossing the streams effect. If you have two of them and you point them at each other, it has a unique effect. And you know, like it starts vibrating and telling you you're opening a gateway to some other horrible dimension. Don't cross those streams unless you want to have fun. All right, and it could potentially plug into a pack. We don't have a pack to announce, but we did make it with that in mind. You should be able to get to it one day. So just for you futurists out there. And then, of course, coming in about a month is our 30th anniversary 2-packs. It's the first time we've ever had removable proton packs for these guys. They include those stands and that proton string accessory, originally only with the Peter Venkman figure. So a great way to build up your stands, your proton streams. There's 2 different packs at $50 each. The first one is Ray and Winston, and the second one is Peter and Egon. And you can load up on your 30th anniversary Ghostbusters love right before it has its 1-week release in 4L. My gosh, it's gonna have a week release. It's blown up in like super high definition. I was just talking to the Sony folks yesterday, and everyone's really excited about the August 30th anniversary release. It's 1 week only. You can see Ghostbusters back on the big screen in the clearest definition you've ever seen it. You'll see like every speck of that marshmallow now. All right. And then a little peek for 15. We don't quite have product, but we do have something in mind. We'll have some more to talk about in the future, but we're definitely very excited to start looking at that ambulance. Updates, both toy, comic, everything. So let's kick it off. We'll look at what's going on with the franchise. And Joe, why don't you jump on the mic and bring us through it?
All right. Hey guys, thanks Scott. Thanks for having me here. And want to tell you guys about a few things that are going on outside the collector line that I hope you'll be really excited about. The first is our DC comic. Any of you guys reading our comic book series? Thank you for your support, and also if you're not reading it, we think that you would probably enjoy it. It's been a great year. We want to tell you a few of the highlights. We won an award for our Hordak One Shot from Comics Alliance, which is a very prominent comics blog. Best out of nowhere masterpiece. So congratulations to us for taking on that one. DC for making that happen. We had a little run-in with that guy in the blue one piece there, and if you ever wanted to know who would win, there's your answer on the screen right there. Anyone know why? Can anyone call out why He-Man always wins against Superman? Magic. Magic. That's right. It is magic, and it's also magical that IGN gave us an 8.5 on this. So again, trying to live up to your guys' expectations for the quality of this brand, trying to do right by all the fans out there, and we've really become part of the DC Comics family. They started to feature all of our previews on their Facebook page, and they started to feature us some of the great cover art there, and some of the great interior work by Popmon. on their Instagram page. So if you're not following DC Comics social media and you love Masters of the Universe, try it out because they're showcasing our stuff, and it's pretty exciting for all of us. And so what's going on? Oh, and then also we've been working very closely with Scott and the Matty team. You can see they're featuring our origin of She-Ra arc there on the Matty Collector homepage. And I don't know if some of you know the Spara character from the comics. We're hoping that maybe she will join the toy line at some point. Would anyone like to see a Spara toy?
All decisions lie with the toy
Oh,
coordinator.
God, don't say that.
But we're going with Scott and us here. Okay, so as you may know, we are currently in the middle of the origin of She-Ra arc, and we have a very cool technical drawing of She-Ra's new costume here. But She-Ra's feeling a little shy. Any She-Ra fans in the audience want to see the new technical drawing of the costume? Anyone? A little more? Alright, and there we go. So that is the new updated DC Universe costume for She-Ra. And Rob David, who is our creative lead on the comic series, will tell you a little bit about the new She-Ra and the origin of She-Ra storyline.
Yeah. So this is the first concept sketch for She-Ra's new look. It was designed and drawn by Gabriel Gallatore, who is the art supervisor for MOTU. And you can see that she's instantly recognizable as the icon, superhero that she is, and yet she's updated for a little bit modern sensibilities and for the comic. She's sporting a fashionable, updated emblem on her chest, which links her to He-Man's current emblem and links them both as twins of powers, linked to the same source of power they share between them, which we're exploring now in the comic. And you'll notice her sword has been updated as well, and the reason for that, and the significance behind both their swords will be explored in the current ongoing series. Speaking of which, how many of you guys love The Secret of the Sword? It actually serves as our starting inspiration for the current story behind raging through the pages of the new comic, the origin of She-Ra. And when we first met She-Ra in the comic book, she came to Eternia as Dispara, the evil force captain of Hordak. But then she quickly learned the truth that she's actually Princess Adora of Eternia. And thus begins her quest. She's now on a quest to right all the wrongs she's done in the past, a quest of redemption, to find the Sword of Protection. And it's a quest that's going to take her to the Forbidden Island of Anwat Dar, if you guys remember that island. It's home to the Dar people, who are pariah in the world of Eternia because their kind murdered King Grayskull in a coup 1,000 years ago. And she's to go to this island to fulfill her quest to reach her destiny as She-Ra. And she's accompanied on this quest by her twin brother, Adam, who you might also know as He-Man, Aquaman of the universe. And He-Man is recently dealing with the loss of his dad, and he's on his way to becoming the new king of Eternia. And she's also joined by Teela, who is now the new sorceress of Eternia. So you can see that this is not just about Adora, but it's a very personal tale about our three heroes who are really a family, and each of them are on this journey to reach their destiny and to discover the one thing that they were born to do. So if you guys like new stories, we're looking for new stories in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe that dive deeply into the universe and push it in bold and exciting new ways, we really hope that you join us in the DC Comics, because I think you're going to really love what's going on there right now.
Yeah, and Origin of She-Ra arc is out right now, and we'll be going through issue number 18, after which there will be many other exciting things that will happen and be announced soon. So that is the comic news. Now, something that we're really excited about is we've been thinking internally about doing a deep dive retrospective into one era of MOTU history, and we wanted to hear from you guys. Which era do you think we should take a look at here? Of course, we've got your classic 80s original toy line. We've got the masterpiece of Mike Young, but I'll just talk about in a second here. And we've got MOTU Classics. We're thinking about doing, as I said, a deep retrospective, taking a look at concept art, original design documents, original prototypes, put it all together. Shout it out, if you don't mind, which era would you want to see that done on? The count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. New Adventures is what we're going to do. Thank you for your feedback. And it's going to be awesome. He-Man Space it is. No, we are going to do all of them with Dark Horse Comics. The Dark Horse art book is on its way, guys. This is deep in development. We're really excited to be working with Dark Horse on this. They did the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia book, which was one of the #1 sellers on Amazon for quite a while, and we are really excited to tell you a little bit more about this. And Rob is leading editorial on this, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the plan for the book.
Oh, this book is awesome. This book is so great. I can't wait to get my copy of it. Dark Horse has been unbelievable. This book covers everything. I mean, they become like archaeologists that would make Indiana Jones proud. It's got, the very first concept sketches that kickstarted the entire franchise, going up all the way to the most recent He-Man Facebook posts. The mini comics, the vintage packaging art, filmation, Mike Young, everything. It's really amazing. Filled with lots of exclusives.
The Christmas special?
Even the Christmas special.
Everything you've ever wanted to know about, all the internal thinking around how He-Man should look, it's all going to be in there for you guys.
Oh, and it's written by Tim Seeley, who some of you right? Wrote many of the recent mini comics that were in Mattel Collector, and he is a true He-Man aficionado. And it features exclusive interviews with many of the key players in He-Man's history, some of whom are sitting on this stage, but also including legends like Earl Norham. It's a phenomenal book.
So what you're looking at here is an example of what an interior spread might look like, of course filled out with text along the sides explaining what you're looking at, what decisions were made, who were the players involved. Dark Horse has done a great job going around the world, talking to the most avid MOTU historians that are outside Mattel, of course going to Mattel's own secret internal archives, and this is really the first official art book for Masters of the Universe. It is on pre-order on Amazon as of today, and we really hope this is going to be something that meets your expectations and that you guys enjoy. So thank you very much for your time. I'm going to send it back over to Scott here to tell you about the Classics line upcoming, and have a great rest of the show, guys.
All right, so from books to movies to comic to toys, back to toys, let's talk the MOTU Classics. 14, so we're still in 14, right? Yes, all right, we got 1 to go. So let's go. We still, of course, got our Castle Grey Skull. For those of you who have not picked up these amazing pieces, what did you just think of the castle? I mean, it's still amazing enough. You guys made that happen. So this is still available. We went up for $300 with everything you see here on Matty Collector. As well as we also have those awesome stands, which if anyone bought a 2015 subscription, you'll be getting one of these in the mail soon.
Did anybody do this subscription?
Who's already bought a subscription? Alright, before we get into the rest of 6 inch and 15, let's just jump through minis. Who loves the minis? So we're going to continue to have minis throughout 14. Many fans have noted very clearly that shipping has been a factor. We heard you, so we have an idea. We have a plan. Packs 1 through 3, the limited customer service stock we have left, is going to return in August as a bundle. So you can buy all 3 of them at once while the supplies last. Additionally, we're going to offer packs 4 through 6 as a one-time bundle in August. So technically, you can buy both bundles, and then they'll be held and shipped until December when pack 6 comes out. So you can have all 6 shipped at once to help on shipping. You can still buy the day of, and you can choose to either buy bundle 1 or bundle 2. But either way, bundle 4 through 6, you won't get that till December. So that should help with shipping. I hope I explained that well. All right. So yeah, there's a full pack 4 and 5 until pack 6 is ready. You can also combine with pack 1 and 3. I should have hit these bullets when I was saying that. And then they'll also be offered day of in August, October, and December. $20 each, 6 packs to collect in 14. Packs like that, Boss Man and Skeletor. So let's take a look at what some of the packs are. In August, the next one is Faker with Man at Arms. So that one's next month. You can buy that day of or as part of the bundle. Following that, in October, Zodak and Beast Band. With that awesome new whip. I love that new whip with the little mace. And Zodak's little stamp comes apart to put in his hand. He pull one of the ends off, slide it in his hand, and reconnect it. That's how he holds it. Alright, and then in December, the final pack, King He-Man versus Clawful. So that'll be the final pack of 14. If you get all 6 of these, you can build your awesome Castle Grayskull with working jaw bridge, with your figures on the towers. For 15, we are going to offer the minis as a sub for the first time. So this is really going to help out with that shipping issue, because you'll be able to combine with your 6-inch sub. There's going to be 6 2-packs in 15 at $20 each, up shipping approximately every other month, just like 14. But this time, there's going to be a sign-up fee of $20 that will cover the diorama. So essentially, in order to keep it at $20 as prices go up, we're taking the diorama pieces out of the 2-packs, and we're going to offer them as a single item, as a subscription bonus, basically kind of like the unnamed one or $1, etc. for 6-inch. We'll also offer them as all-access day of for $22. And it now can be combined with Club Eternia in the second month to save on overall shipping. So that will really help by making it a sub. But because now it's a subscription, keep in mind they won't be part of early access. They'll still be day of stock, but sub items are not EA. So the MOTU mini sub will not open until October. This way we can give you some time to absorb 15, 6-inch, deal with signing up for Club Eternia. Then when we get to October, around quote-unquote New York Comic-Con time, we'll offer the mini sub. So who's going to be in the mini sub? Well, the first figure for 15 for the sub. He does have his shock rod too. It's not in the picture, but he has 2 accessories: the shock rod and the shield. So our first female mini. Following that up, our next March-April mini will be Jitsu Mechanicum. And I think Jitsu's sword got elongated slightly, if I recall, from this image. The sword's a little bit longer, and the neck piece of the neck and neck obviously snaps out, very similar to classics. All right. And that sub on the diorama, Snake Mountain. So it'll come as a fully assembled, well, I think actually it'll come in 6 pieces, but you can assemble it in one package. And figures will stand on both levels, and be really awesome. All right. Our second on the line for 14, you see a preview down in the booth, MOTU Giants. What do you think of the Giants? It's a faithful recreation of vintage MOTU 8-back figures in 12-inch scale, including vintage weapons and armor, a twist waist, rubber band legs, using modern technology, of course. They're not actually rubber bands, but it works the same way. The packaging is an oversized vintage blister card. Now, we actually had the original watercolors from '82 that we used on the cross-set. Unfortunately, we didn't exactly have the 8-back. We were missing He-Man, Skeletor, and Teela of the actual physical original watercolors we found. So we kind of filled it in with Battle Cat and Ram Man, but I think we're going to try to change it up with the next couple figures, maybe recreate those, so we can actually have a true 8-back. There'll be 4 figures in 2014, released monthly, starting in September. We're also going to offer them as a subscription, so you can again combine them with your 6-inch. There's not a sub-only item, but there will be a slight price savings buying them as a subscription. Or, because we listen, you can also buy them as a bundle in September. And Digital River will hold them and ship all 4 in December. So lots of options to save on shipping. Buy it as a sub, so it ships with your 6-inch. Buy the day of, so you can pick and choose. Or buy a bundle, and then they'll have the all ship in December. So this is going to be September Eve, is that when we settle? Yeah, September is when the Giants will go on sale. All right, so let's take a look. We got He-Man, of course, so there's an awesome scale shot from of the new and old. So you've seen He-Man down there. He'll be the September figure, coming with all three of his vintage accessories. There he is on his giant card. The corners will actually be rounded off. They're a little square there, but they will be rounded off like the vintage. So it'll be $75 day of, or $70 as part of the sub, a $5 savings. The next figure in October is Skeletor, overlord of Evo and favorite of Kim. And his sword, of course, will, if you combine it with He-Man's, will combine just like the vintage. And he will have twist waist. November, Stratos with his jetpack. And then finally in December, shocker, Beastman. And yes, we know he's holding his whip upside down in that shot. We'll fix that. But that's Beastman there with his whip and his armor. So he'll be the December figure. And if these do well, we will love to continue these in 15. What do you think of these? You like them? Yeah, more? Alright, so we'll see you in September when that first one goes up. Alright, classics! That 6-inch line, that little 6-inch line we all heard of. Alright, so let's blast through the figures you guys know, but we want to make sure we updated everyone. Of course, Goatman is available here at the show, since we won't be in New York. He's a traveling con figure. I think there's not with him being a kamikaze. We'll update you once we lock that in. Mattel won't be a kamikaze, but they may take him. We've got our wall-mounted stands that comes with everything you see here. 2 stands, swappable back panels, and you can swap around the different platforms for 6-inch, 12-inch, or 4-inch figures. Our wall display system. So Flog was this month's figure, although he's now sold out, so we can jump through Flog. And also in July, for Club Etheria, the She-Ra sub, we had Double Mischief, Double Trouble. Somebody knows that name now. At Comic-Con, here at Comic-Con, who got their Etheria Vision Hordak? And you guys think awesome in this treasure chest? If anyone didn't get the ticket, you can still get it. Some of them didn't show up last night, but if you have a ticket for one, we absolutely have a chest for you. You will get that. All right, coming in August, next month, we have the lovely Flutterina. Following that up, our Q3 item, Intergalactic Skeletor. He's got that awesome removable helmet and that cool Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2 figurehead thing that everyone's wanted for 20 years, which is awesome. We've been trying to get this in the line forever. Next up in August, Madam Raz. She's part of the She-Ra Etheria sub. September, we'll see Rio Blast. We have a lot of guns, a lot of tubes. Following that up with Entracta. Moving on and moving. It's just to keep her from falling over, that's the prototype. And she comes with the shaking staff that Eva Lynn used to turn people into frogs. Always cool when we can throw in those filmation rods. Following that, Entracta is going to come with a sticker sheet. We know with so many more POV figures, you needed more Great Rebellion stickers. So there you go. There's some more. We revealed our October figure, Eldor. With the Book of Living Spells. He will also come with a badass sticker sheet. It's so badass because it's got new stickers. 2 that you've been asking for. The Evil Warriors and Heroic Warriors stickers. So if you want to customize all your figures with those, you can enjoy that too. So that would be with Eldor. All right, coming in October with Club Etheria, we revealed Sweet D on Wednesday. That's Sweet D. Sweet D. She comes with her space helmet. Now there's going to be no day of sale for her in 14. Only this, she's got a sub-only figure, but there won't be day of stuff, like Seahawk or Two-Man, that kind of thing. She also comes with her B pistol and that shield. And the wings unplug from her back so that you can plug in the space helmet. The hair on the back kind of pokes through like Flutterina. All right, coming in October, the man himself, Nate designed this one with the help of the Horsemen. Right Hope of Mattel. I think Michael wants to is dead. Mattel did find a way to make Michael as a figure. Now he's the sub-only figure for Ethereum. All right, coming also in October, we've got that awesome Battle Man. It comes with a gun, a mace. Not that sword's actually incorrect there. It comes with a silver mace as well. It has a projectile launcher. The jet sled snaps off. You can snap in. The griffin hits head jet sled. It's in the same deco. We did that very deliberately to make sure you can interchange the two headpieces. So you now have the snake version and the griffin version, and figures fit on the back, on the front. We've had this sculpt for like 3 years. Eric, CB, any... my phone, of course. Tell everyone to shut off my phone. Anything you guys want to... Brandon, too? Anything about Battle Man?
Well, in the few years that we had that around the studio, it actually went through a few different versions with different changes, and originally what were the stickers we were talking about doing as some sort of a water decal or something like that, but we went ahead and made it raised detail, and I don't know if you guys have seen it up close, but we're blown away by the paint that they've done on this thing. It's immaculate.
This is a showcase. This is amazing. All right, so that's on sale in October. That is not part of the subscriptions. That's a day of like.
And it comes with an old school corn boy head.
So yeah, that's great. It's an interesting man at arms. It's basically kind of Filmation body, because you've got the double armor and the no armor on the legs, but now with the leather boots, and you kind of have a 2000X ponytail head. So really, this is kind of like, no pun intended, cannon fodder. So you could, between Snake Man at Arms, original release, and this one, it's always the way it was designed, to mix and match parts, and now you can make the ultimate Man at Arms, whichever version you want. 2000X, vintage toy, mustache, no mustache, snake head. It's all sorts of combinations for you. Very excited. Okay, so that's in October. November. So our November figure, the return of the Snake Man. So there it is, Tongue Lasher. You look over 2 different heads, tongue in and tongue out. It was much better than having an attachable tongue. And you guys want to jump in? CB, Eric?
This guy was just a perfect figure for classics. If you look at him, there's a lot of reuse on him, but it just fits so perfectly with the look of this line. And the fact that we got to do the 2 heads was amazing, because not only were we able to do tongue in and tongue out, but also actually change the expression on the face. So there's really a lot of cool stuff going on with this guy.
Well, I'm so, like, we're almost done with the segment. We have one left. Great. All right, tongue lasher. Next up in 14, our Q4 item. It's a little love for the POP world. There is So Arrow's going to be customizable, so your wings pull off, and then he's got snapping little, what do you call them, saddle attachments? Yeah. There you go. So they snap into the holes. It's the same body as Swiftwing, but obviously with your head, your tail. So you can do classic toy, classic animation, and give bow his mouth. Bow and arrow. So all right. In November, for Club Etheria, New Adventures Intergalactic Protector She-Ra. Very special figure. Obviously, this was not in the vintage line, but we really wanted to obviously do a She-Ra as part of her 30th anniversary. And it seemed very fitting, for her 30th to really kind of push her forward into the next direction. No reason to leave her out of New Adventures. And we also wanted to do a Four Horsemen designed She-Ra. So here is the Four Horsemen sketch. They designed She-Ra. You guys want to talk a little bit about how you came up with this?
Yeah, we actually Nate was out 2 years ago for Toy Fair, and he and I sat around going back and forth with sketches on this character, just like over breakfast and stuff like that. And it was a fun character to design, and we were looking at stuff like the way He-Man is predominantly gray or silver and red, and then he switched over to the gold and the blue. So we kind of did the same switch over on this character as well. And then just, looked at his weapon, He-Man's weapons in New Adventures, and tried to do the same sort of conversion with She-Ra. So just a very fun project to work on, and it translated so beautifully to figure forms, the colors and combination of the clears. I don't know, we love this one.
Yeah, honestly, the opportunity to have a Four Horsemen design She-Ra variant was just something we couldn't say no to, and it felt perfect for the 30th anniversary.
And Nate's name has come up a couple of times here. I'm sure most of you know it. Nathan March. He's an amazing artist, and he's essentially one of the many Fifth Horsemen.
You have like 12 now. You have like almost 50. All right. So our holiday item that's part of the sub. He's got two cosmic keys. He's got a giant prototype. He's got a final key, and he's got his. Did anyone see his staff in the booth? Okay, I didn't see, like, I was looking online to see if anybody saw that. Boo on revealing the staff early?
I'm joking. It's been a joke for years.
And yeah, he's a fully new tooled figure. He's got a ton of articulation, like on the arms, so much deco on this guy. I mean, every little gold chain is painted. Brandon, anything you want to talk about? Well, this was like one of the first figures you kind of took over. Yeah, very good. It was kind of already done by the time. Yeah, all right. So Brandon takes over from January. We'll get to that. All right. So there's World War. December 14 for Club Eternia, we have. She also comes with a stand to hold her up in the mermaid form, so her tail bends forward, and then there's a little clip so she can stand perfectly as a mermaid or in her human form. The torso detaches, just like, I guess, Pingus. And you can have all of your aerial splash adventures. Alright, so she's the December Club Eternia figure, even though
That's
she's
the POP figure I've been most excited.
We got a fairy, we got a dragon. It's like a fantasy adventure. Alright, Club Etheria. So the December figure. Well, it's a little expensive to buy the vintage version. Now she is $30. The reason being is she also has a ridiculous amount of deco. We looked at what a $25 version would be, and it basically meant losing all the deco on her skirt, losing the top hairpiece for the vintage toy version, and losing the accessories. And we were just like, you know what? We would rather just increase the price a few bucks to make sure we can do her right. Because it just wasn't worth doing her. When we said, we were like, we can't. We looked at the deco reduced version, and it just looked terrible. So that's why we made sure to sell her ahead of time, so you knew there'd be a little more expensive figure. There she is with every single skirt piece. I mean, it's actually sculpted that way to look flowy, like the pieces actually turned in the sculpt, like you see there. And every single one is painted, so it looks amazing. Spinnerella. And then the hair, remove that top piece. It's a three-part hair thing. The ponytail unplugs, the top part is removable, and then the ponytail plugs back in. So you can do her Filmation look or her classic toy look. She's really cool. We didn't want to lose those pieces. All right, 2015. All right, so what is going on with 2015? So we've said, yes, that 2015 will be the last year of classics, but that basically means we're going to end the green brick, we're going to end the name classics, but most importantly, we're going to be done with the vintage figures. That's what it's really about. 6-inch may continue in 16 once we see how 15 sells in, but we'll find a new way to bring it out. There might be, a new name, new package, new themes, who knows? We don't know that yet. But 15 is significant because we're going to finish the vintage line. I mean, that's amazing. We thought we'd do 6 figures and call it a day. Unbelievable. You guys made this happen. By the end of 15, you're going to get 12 monthly figures at $26. 4 quarterly items, 1 at 26, 2 at 52, 1 at 42, 1 holiday item, which is going to be 60, 1 club exclusive figure with a brand new mini comic that for the sign-up fee of $26. A lot of you have already signed up. An exclusive map. The club does not include convention items, chase items, potential vehicles, potential weapon packs, potential standalone items, etc., just like usual. The club is open through August 18th. We have to hit our minimum. There's a meter, very clear, the cowl meter this year, in honor of our chase figure. So we're already over 50%. We're usually at 10% at this point. So, yeah! We're like, keep it! Once we show you the next couple figures, you're going to pretty much, be in. All right, so let's see. So some details. Who's coming in 15? I think the biggest issue is people have always said, well, who is in the line? Why can't you tell us, everyone? And you pretty much can figure it out at this point because all the remaining MOTU figures and variants, all of the remaining original characters from POP, all of the remaining A-list figures from New Adventures and Jetlag, and all of the A-list media characters from Filmation, 2000X, and, of course, some new surprises. We've got to keep you on your toes. So the sub will be open through 8/18. Let's say who's in it. So in January, your first figure. I got a blast through the rolls at a time. February. Eve Orio on package, but we all know him as Ninja. Love those trademarks. Our Q1 item. March 15th. There's our fans' choice figure. Also with a cool axe that I'll explain in a bit. Huntara. Also in March, our sub-only figure. The original mini comic version of He-Man with an original vintage head. So it comes with both heads, the mini comic head and the He-Man head for the vintage toy. That axe that came with Huntara is actually for him, but it somehow got wound up with Huntara. So when you get involved, you can just give the axe to him. So there you go, Ular. Who will come with, well, there's our map. Then Nathan and Axel Drew. Nate colored the Castle Grayskull blueprint. That'll be the sub-only map. A club exclusive mini comic with Ular. All new, only available with Ular. Turning artist Alex. The Fall of Eternia, Part 1, Homecoming. Part 1 of a 3-part saga. The Fall of Eternia. So there's the new mini comic for 2015. A little preview of what's going to be inside. Now return to Castle Grayskull. And our traveling convention item. That other robots. There's going to be 3 robots, 3 stands, and each going to come with interchangeable hands and a deco sheet, letting you put battle damage deco stickers on them if you want to damage them up. But they will be all fully clean. with a sticker sheet. That would be the convention item next year for non-comp San Diego shows. Little sneak peek. All right. I don't know if we've got time for questions. Maybe like one or two. No, I'm being told no. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'll be down in the booth. The whole crew will be there. I'm sorry we ran out of room. We have so much to show you. We're going to play the video maybe one more time as you guys head out. Have a great San Diego Comic-Con. And I'll see you down in the booth. We'll be down